Hello and welcome to my garden. Today I'm finally doing that pepper tree update that I've been promising. I've done a few things this morning. Firstly, I put the pepper trees in some sea salt to soak. This will stimulate root development and also condition the soil around them. I've also got extra sea salt to pour in when I'm watering them in. Now here, what we have is two matching pots, and I chose pots that I could take indoors if I need to, because if the weather gets too hot I'm going to take them inside. Now I have about a third filled them with this stuff, which is perlite. It's just a volcanic rock. It's very light, looks like polystyrene balls, but what it does is aid drainage. It'll also capture nutrients. The reason I need good drainage is because I've discovered through my research that the biggest hazard I'm going to have in terms of trying to grow pepper trees in the tropics is going to be root rot. Pepper trees are susceptible to root rot, and having good drainage might help offset that. They're also not going to like the hottest days of the year here, which are typically very, very humid. So indoor pots, and I can leave them outside most of the time, and then when I need to I can take them inside to where, when it's that hot, we'll most likely have the air conditioning on and they can have a bit of a cool down in a drier, cooler environment. So I've got myself some native potting mix which has some slow release fertilizer in it. I'm also going to use some bush tucker fertilizer just to beef it all out. And then the repotting is just like any other repotting. So how have they gone? They're growing beautifully. We've had some really hot days, some really humid days, and we've had lots of rain. I've kept them under the eaves for the most part so that I can control how much moisture they get. But I've had no issues apart from insect predation on the female plant, and the male plant seems to have been damaged at some point, and one of the stalks is a little broken. But apart from that, they are growing beautifully, and they seem to really like the area where I've put them, which is on the front patio. It gets a few hours of morning sun, and then the rest of the day is shaded. So let's get these into the pots. So this is the female. She's growing beautifully, apart from some of those chewed leaves, which were from a katydid, which I removed to an entirely different section of the garden, and thankfully didn't come back. There's no signs of being root bound there. It looks pretty good. So I'm just going to gently place it in there with as little root interference as possible. I'm not sure what the rule is with pepper trees, but I know that Australian natives in general don't like root disturbance. You can see this guy was really, really short when I first got him. Let's pull out that weed. He's now doing exceptionally well. Apart from that little bit of the broken stem there. Once again, not really pot bound, but definitely about to become pot bound. The roots are just starting to reach out, so it's a really good time to repot, I think. And that's the male. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I want to keep track of which one's male and which one's female, and I don't know them very well. So I'm going to just grab these plant tags off the pot, just bury them in there so that I still have my labels. And that's it. So stay tuned. I'm going to water these in with some sea salt, and I'll be back in another month or so with another update, unless something happens or doesn't happen before then. And we'll all learn together about growing pepper trees, or pepperberry trees I should say, in the tropics. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so that you can find out what happens next with the pepperberry trees, and I'll see you soon.